Hello, my wonderful people. Today we are making coconut oil. While I was making this coconut oil, I found myself smiling like a child who just discovered something new. Every step felt like a small miracle, from cracking the shell to grating to squeezing out that milk, and all through the process, I just kept thinking, God, you really hid greatness inside small things. Because when you look at the coconut on the outside, it looks hard, rough, even uninviting. It doesn't smell sweet like mango or look soft like banana. But once you break it open, that's where the story changes. Inside that rough brown shell is a world of goodness, sweet water, rich white flesh, and the oil that we spend thousands buying in stores. And I said to myself, wait, so all this beauty and value was trapped inside this rough shell all along? That moment got me thinking about life. How sometimes God allows us to go through our own cracking season. Those moments when life feels hard, when things seem not to be working, when you are being pressed and squeezed. You might be going through your own grating season. But just like this coconut, it is through that process that your true oil begins to flow. Because if you don't grate it, if you don't squeeze it, you will never see the oil. And that's how some of us live, walking around with so much potential, so many gifts, and yet we've not been processed. Sometimes it is life, sometimes it is growth, and sometimes it is God's timing. As I watched the oil forming, little by little, I couldn't stop laughing. I said, so this is what is hiding here since all this time. I thought coconut oil was something far-fetched. And then it hit me. How many of us underestimate what we already have? We are busy chasing what's outside when God gave us what we need inside. And honestly, the coconut taught me one more thing. Purity takes time. After extracting the milk, you have to let it rest. Let it separate the thick from the light, the water from the oil. Isn't that just like life? Sometimes you have to wait for separation, let go of what doesn't serve your purpose so your oil can rise to the top. You can't rush real growth. You can't microwave destiny. Even coconut oil needs time and patience. And the funny part, the same oil we use to fry plantain is the same oil people rub on their skin and hair. I said, so this one fruit can do all these things. God is truly thoughtful, like a loving father who gave us everything we need in one package. From one coconut, you can make milk, cream, flakes, oil. You can cook with it, bake with it, moisturize with it, even anoint yourself, baptize yourself with it if you wish. Tell me, who else plans life this perfectly if not God? So as I was stirring the oil and watching it turn clear and golden under the light, I felt this calm in my spirit, a reminder that nature itself is a love letter from God. He said, I have already provided what you need. Stop panicking. The coconut doesn't beg to be useful. It just grows quietly. It doesn't rush its process. It just stays rooted until it is ready to fall. To everyone watching me right now, I don't know what season you are in. Maybe you are being cracked open or grated or squeezed by life. Just hold on, because when your process is done, your oil will show. And if you ever forget how special you are, just remember this coconut story. It looked rough, but inside was something pure, golden, and powerful. You are that coconut. Your greatness might be hidden for now, but it is there, waiting for the right time to pour. So my dear viewers, thank you for joining me today in this beautiful coconut-scented journey. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, not just because it helps my channel grow, but because every time you do, you're helping me spread more love, lessons, and laughter through food. Until next time, stay grateful and stay creative. And never forget to let your oil shine. Because as I always say, life might press you, but it's only because your oil is about to flow. Stay blessed and stay lifted. I love you and God bless you. Bye, guys.